on? Welcome to another edition of XFeed. My name is The Schiller. We'll try to keep this brief to the point and let you enjoy, as 7 p.m. Eastern is usually when every single sporting event in the world happens, and maybe whatever the hell else you guys do after work, unless you are heading to work. And if that is the case, have a good day. And if you're just hanging out, having the day off, or doing whatever you do, well, you know what? Enjoy it. Okay, so again, as the title suggests, my entire timeline is purely memes. We will get to that specificness in just a second, but we have a couple stories I just want to kind of highlight off the rip here. So, Azuki, this is their episode 2. As we've saw Cool Cats coming out with their animation, we see My Pet Hooligan all the time with these little mini series, and Azuki with this series as well. This is the teaser. Let's have a reaction. Okay, I guess the teaser doesn't have anything. Very nice. What the hell? What the hell was that? Yo, happy belated birthday to the one and only Food Masku, who is one of the people that have done maybe the craziest NFT collection that's out there, where they just take photos and have created basically an in-person NFT collection of literally just wearing food. As unbelievable as that sounds, here's some photos of other things that he's used. We have chicken strips. This is like strawberries and something else. This is, I guess, noodles, other variations. We got grapes, kind of an insane collection when you look over it. A rotisserie chicken, Fruit Loops, why people would go out of their way to put food on their face, I have no idea, but actually I think it's hilarious. And I think Food Masku is a very interesting follow within the space. So if you enjoy food and if you enjoy NFTs, well, Food Masku might just be for you. Okay, so the conversation around altcoins. We're going to have a lot of different tweets throughout this session, so hold tight. AIs with wallet access will get scammed so hard. So the question about, hey, do you give an AI agent your wallet? What are the parameters around it? If they're going out on the World Wide Web, how many things are going to recognize and realize early how to scam certain AIs? That is something very, very worth noting overall. Some really positive news as well. Binance executive Tigran Gimbaryan to be set free as Nigerian government drops all charges. So this was a huge story where I guess they went to Binance for some, I don't know if it was like regulatory reason or if it was just supposed to be like a quick stop. It wasn't supposed to be basically anything. Ended up being detained there forever. Some videos came out of like his health in complete decline. So this is amazing. Very, very happy to see that that is getting resolved. So that's awesome. So Off the Grid, we're going to keep talking to the memes here in just a second, but how does Off the Grid utilize blockchain? So if you don't know what Off the Grid is, basically it's a new battle royale game that is very similar to Warzone. But it's got blockchain integration. So Gunzilla's Avalanche L1 is powering play off the grid's in-game economy through two types of assets, digital items and a native token. Digital items and off the grid are what you might traditionally think of with blockchain gaming, tradable weapons, cyberlimb skins, and attachments. They also represent hexes, the gamified crates that randomly gift these items when opened. These digital items give players true ownership of the treasures they can extract from Teardrop Island. So the native token, which is not out yet, which a lot of people were saying, why didn't you launch the token alongside the release? But again, this is kind of like early access beta. It's all driven by the chain's native token, Gun. Get it? This token serves two purposes. It is burned to pay for transactions on the L1, and it serves as the in-game currency that users earn from play. For gamers, Gun is how you buy weapons and skins from other players on the in-game market. For Gunzilla, Gun represents complete control of transaction costs. Not only can they set the gas parameters of their chain, but there's also no need to worry about usage spikes based on what's happening on another chain. So, kind of quick overview of that. Sort of interesting. Most people aren't going to care. They're just going to play the game. Now, what's interesting too is we have a lot of collections that started as just your typical 2D profile picture NFT, where Forgotten Runes now has for their secondary collection, the Warriors now created the 16,000 metaverse ready avatars. Really cool to see, and everybody is going to be able to rock whatever they want across all these different metaverse experiences. Now, the NBA season kicked off like 2 nights ago, and I saw this from Rob Perez, who is on the NBA Sirius XM radio, but also just a huge name, 1.1 million followers, and he was giving some just like insights of what to look at for the NBA. Notice how So Rare, right, is highlighted up on the top there, showing some different jerseys, and then also highlighting a So Rare lineup specifically for that. I just think that's super awesome, and we're going to see more and more digital asset integration kind of across the entire space. And with LeBron James and his son Bronny having that debut, of course, Top Shot's going to come out with a limited edition Top Shot moment. If you haven't seen, 24 hours only. I don't know how close we are to that being over. That was October 23rd at 6:23. So you very well might have a chance if you're out there wanting to get it. You might have very, very limited time, but they do have a specific Top Shot moment for that. And I do think that's kind of a cool collector's piece overall. Guys, I'm just wanting to highlight again, if you're in the Web3 space, there's so many opportunities to just earn some wicked things, where from playing the Crypto Kitties game a while ago, Cordy ended up getting 79 boxes, 159 keys. I don't know what that is, but listen, when the hell do we know what anything is? That's going to sound like some potential free moolah or assets to use in something else. Either way, pay attention to what's going on. As another example, Fluff World, they just had the Third Kingdom initial launch, where they decided they were going to do a reset on all of this. But if you read this, beta rewards: defending the realm took courage. Your commitment helped us optimize the game, and that is invaluable. We've prepared a special thank you for beta players. Stay tuned for details. So if you simply downloaded the game, which we streamed and tried to highlight, you're going to get a reward of some sort. I'm not sure if future score is going to be associated with it, but that's free. If you downloaded the game, played it, well, there you go. That's essentially Web3. Free rewards everywhere you look. Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 ball, his 50th home run during his 50th stolen base season, just sold for $4.39 million. We talk about collectibles a lot over the space. Again, if you're wanting to check out the RWA Segments podcast, we have talked with several different platforms that are tokenizing graded cards. So if you're a card collector, you don't want to have a whole bunch of them in person, you can actually buy them digitally, and it's the exact same thing, and they actually store it for you. Redeem whenever you want. Phenomenal. And the question being, do you want the one historic baseball or one of the 31st edition PSA 10 Charizards? Baseball, Pokemon card. I mean, what if that baseball's not actually legit? How do you know? I mean, I guess you can make the same argument for the card. That's the thing where I'm like, man, digital assets, you can't really like fake a digital asset in the way, where I think there's some shifty stuff going on within the real world collectibles. Potentially. Could be. You never know. Okay, back to memes. Somebody just blasted 600,000 into Ant. So if you haven't seen, Ant is, from my understanding, a new AI created meme coin. And people are going absolutely nuts for everything meme related. Shamdu saying in the last 8 hours, 4 tokens went to 15 mil market cap plus. This is quite literally easy mode. My entire timeline is only talking about memes. It's kind of crazy, to be totally honest. Now, Tim Livingston's talking about VFriends and them being on Whatnot. If you don't know what Whatnot is, basically it is a site where they sell cards. You know what I'm saying? They sell cards. And it's just, they're highlighting the VFriends community. And basically the point that I'm trying to bring up with this is every single brand across the entire space can like basically do what this is. And I think there's going to be this mass movement across all these different spaces where you could be on Whatnot wanting to open MLB packs, NBA packs, whatever it may be. Then you see, holy smokes, there's like this new thing and it's got a decent amount of viewers. Let's check it out. If they like the vibes of that, well, maybe they get on board. Maybe they get on board, and I think that there is massive room for everything within the digital landscape. Yo, X, what's going on? Hey, man, check out WGC Wild Goat Coin. Meme coin on Solana, Polygon, and Base looks bullish. Well, listen, isn't everything looking bullish right now? We gotta, listen, you gotta sell me on the juice. You know what I'm saying? But good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on through. Zegabon from Mizuki saying, only a few AI coins will have a meaningful purpose that keeps holders engaged. The story needs to captivate. I mean, I guess so. But yeah, so Kanto Labs, which I guess is like a paid group, It's trying to get people to join it. I just thought this tweet was interesting, so we're using it. But the Ant token went from 460,000 market cap to 28 mil, which is a 61x. So, of course, a lot of people playing in memes right now, and it's just seeing the numbers going around is absolutely absurd. Say network saying less yap and more shipping. What's going on with Say? I'm trying. So I saved this and I wanted to bring up the marketplace, but I actually forget what the marketplace is called for the Say Network marketplace. For the NFTs, I'm the Pallet Exchange. That's what it is. Yo, Bacon coming on through with a fatty 37 months. Oh my goodness, good sir.
Sir, hope all is well.
Yo, of course. Thank you for coming on through. I hope you're doing well as well. Have you been watching any of the NBA games? To be honest, I've been watching a fair few of them, and they've been solid. I want to say that the Golden State game might have been my favorite, just of like how insane the bench was playing defensively. I'm starting to appreciate that a little bit more. But thank you again for coming on through. So checking out the Say marketplace here right quick, because we've highlighted this like forever ago, and then we kind of haven't talked about it. So WeBump was a massive thing. They're at $126 right now. The Cappies, $38. Sands, $101. The Colony at 50. These things were like much higher at a point. And you can see like the total volume 2.3 million for the Dobbs. They're at $50. Like, I don't know what happened, but like legitimately Say was on a tear, talk of the town for I want to say several weeks, a couple months back, and then it just I just don't see it. And I don't know if that's because Say hasn't iterated, the NFTs haven't done what they're supposed to do, or just general dilution of the entire space. Let's go Wolves, even though we lost opening night. Hey, listen, that's okay. You got Anthony Edwards. You never lose when you have Anthony Edwards, in theory. You know what I'm saying? So G-Funk highlighting from the Ape Chain, where a lot of memes has happened, highlighting that FAFO, which is F around and find out, was the original or the first Ape Express meme. So the only reason I'm highlighting this is we've talked so much about narrative for the past few months. Like, I probably bring it up every other show. And this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about, is anytime there's a narrative, anything you can pick from something, it's going to be all over. And then everybody kind of like justifies it because of the narrative. So again, always do your own research. Always believe in what you believe in. See the timeline. React to it. Even stuff we say on here, you can totally disagree with it. I'm happy with it. But just realize there's going to be so many narratives that people are pushing things. I saw Gordon Goner on the timeline earlier that I was highlighting how he was highlighting different meme coins. And then today he was like crapping on a couple different ones out there from like people reaching out too much for him, even though we asked for it. And there's just, now we're starting to have this drama. And it's like, what the hell is going on? So Ape Chain meme Pape has surpassed 6 million in market cap and is the second biggest meme coin on Ape Chain. And what's interesting is I went to like Coin Market Cap just to see if you could see like any of these coins, and like I typed that in, and it looks like none of that stuff is there. So we'll see how quickly the Ape Chain memes get around. So Rita also made a tool which makes things more legit, or at least looking more legit, where before you go on Fiverr, you can kind of look like, hey, we know what we're doing, but it's a it's for people that are creating coins on Ape Express, where they can generate a 3D token however they want, with an image that looks good, that looks clean, people helping each other out. Love to see it, but also kind of, you know, giving a way of like, hey, does this person look more legit? How can they look more legit? Is meme coins legit in general? I don't know, but it is actually like a really cool tool. So glad that they were able to make that. So big talk in the timeline today about the BAYC Clubhouse, whether they should do it or not. And I saw this response to that from Mission Space saying the closest thing right now is Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. It's a real place made before BAYC. Every time I go, I imagine how the BAYC club will go. So a lot of it looks very, very similar to the BAYC branding in general. I think it's pretty neat. But basically, like the whole conversation on the timeline was people just like arguing, is the Clubhouse worth it? Is it not? And it's like, you know, if you have like one, maybe, but also, are you just trying to get like locals to go in it? Are you trying to have it exclusive for apes if people live around the world? I mean, you take mutants, and I mean, how many people go out to like a restaurant each day? For those people, if they're going to that event, it's probably going to be kind of expensive unless it's free. I mean, there's all these different kind of arguments about it, but either way, still very much love the vibe of it, and I can't wait until we get to experience it within the metaverse. True. Okay, Lloyd Apeman saying almost all memes on Ape Express have horrific distribution. You're getting farmed. Don't fall for it. Here is chill, featured on Ape Express with an 88,000 market cap, 30% plus to the top 2 holders. So, I mean, we're early days seeing all these crazy things, but the main wallet holds 22%, and the second one holds over 8%, which is a massive amount. But of course, they show something in the bottom, which, I mean, it is what it is. And LeBron James randomly talking about comic books, saying best place to order comic books from. Used to collect when I was younger, Batman being my fave. I can order and read from iPad, or best do it straight off the comic. So then when you look at that, your reaction is, well, is there going to be other people that are like, damn, I need to go out and get comics, which are comic books mooning potentially off of that? Is Vivi with all their different comic integrations and watching that? I mean, NFT comics kind of have completely died off right now. There used to be a huge meta kind of around that, and it just doesn't really exist right now. There's no market for it. But it's interesting because you never know. At one point, you might think, hey, I got all these collectibles. It's not worth anything. I put a ton of money in it. And then all of a sudden, LeBron freaking James talks about comic books. And maybe he just saved your bags. We maybe get saved from somebody that's a celebrity that wants NFTs. But currently, that's not going to be the case. Everybody only wants meme coins, and celebrities are in that too. Okay. It's going to be a short stream today. I know it's a little bit later in the day. I don't know if you guys like the later in the day, but quick update. Hopefully this is short, sweet, and simple for you. Go enjoy the NBA. Go enjoy whatever NHL. I'm trying to think of whatever other sports are on right now. Major League Soccer's now in the playoffs. Hell yeah. Anyway, enjoy.